know, how did Imani Orphan Care begin? How did this happen and all these beautiful children come to be a part of our family?
It's a long story and an awesome one of how God called me to do this work. I was on a run in 2009. It was a rainy November day, and I remember God speaking to me very, very clearly, and He was saying, "Your happiness or the happiness of orphan children." It was like on repeat on my whole run. I really didn't kind of know what to think, to be honest. I got back from my run, and my pastor at the time happened to be at my house. I didn't tell him anything that God was speaking to me, but he asked if he could pray with me. Of course, I just said yes, and we were in my kitchen. I remember it being a really powerful time. He said, Kim, God's telling me, He's showing me visions of you working in Africa, caring for orphaned and vulnerable children. Really didn't know what to think. I wondered at that time if God even knew me, because that wasn't anything on my radar of things to do. I tried to ignore the call for several months. God started to bring me these dreams, and the dreams are still so vivid to me, of kids pulling at me and a real sense of desperation and urgency in those dreams. I wanted the dreams to stop. It was kind of like they were tormenting me, because I would have the same dream night after night. Finally, I just decided that, you know what, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see what God has for me in Kenya. God showed me exactly where to go, and honestly, everything fell into place. It was really awesome, just the kids that I met on that first trip, hearing their stories and what they had gone through, and really the trauma that they had experienced at such a young age. I remember just the nights I would just be in the bathroom weeping on the floor, and it was like I was feeling the pain of these kids, and truly God was transforming me at that time to be able to take care of His children. When I returned back from Kenya on that first trip, I was completely changed. I knew I needed to advocate for these kids that I had been blessed to meet. So how do you do that? We set out with a group of volunteers, and we decided, let's do garage sales. Let's take unwanted items from people in North America and turn those items into education, food, housing, and meeting the basic needs of these kids. And that is really how Imani Orphan Care began. Imani means faith in Swahili, which is one of the main languages in Kenya. When naming the ministry, we named this after our daughter, Kennedy Faith, who was sadly stillborn in 2006. And truly the name Imani Orphan Care is honoring her. The reality is her life, even though it was so short on earth, really is bringing hope to so many kids in need. Imani Orphan Care started with a call from God, and it was pretty simple what He had asked us to do. We started helping other children's homes, and we actually set up a 24-acre farm for another children's home through garage sales. And then we were gifted Imani Home of Love in Iraq and blessed with 42 children. And then the 6 acres of land in Olengulo, and building a church and an outreach center and 2 water wells. God has taken us so far. We now care for 177 children, which is absolutely remarkable. And we are just so excited to see where God brings us next.
We are so blessed to just be answering the call of God and coming and working with children in Kenya. And God is giving us this beautiful orphanage, which, as you can see, nothing is impossible for God.
Welcome here, everyone. We're so excited that you've decided to join us again for this Imani virtual fundraiser. We are excited for you as donors to hear firsthand some of these awesome testimonies of lives changed through your support. Maybe you've never heard about Imani before. Well, we welcome you. We're excited that you're here as well. We hope that by the end of the night, you decide to also join this movement of Imani Orphan Care that is bringing kids from despair to hope through your support. You can expect this evening to be under 45 minutes, so you don't have to spend too much time, but you are going to be blessed by what you hear, and we just thank you again for joining us. We want to also give glory to God for what He's doing. It is through Him that we are seeing such a huge impact, miracles in Kenya through God's love. And we cannot do this with our own human hands. We know we need to trust in God, and He sees us through. So we're just so excited. And yeah, it is like, wow, I'm always amazed to look back and see all that God's done. And I know that you're also going to be blessed by all that we share tonight. I want to thank our staff. We have an amazing staff on the ground in Kenya, and I cannot start this night without thanking them. That many of them are called to this work just like I was. And we say in Africa, it takes a village to raise a child, and we are the Imani village. And I just thank you guys tonight. I thank each and every one of you for the day-to-day sacrifice that you give. Thank you for raising these kids as your own. And bless you guys. I love you, and I'm so appreciative of all you do. And we are a very unique family. This is just not a typical family we have. We now have 181 children that we care for. It just blows me away. I know that number is just going to continue to increase, which is awesome. And you get to hear about these kids tonight. You get to hear right from them. Tonight, we are going to hear from Emily, who is our first university graduate ever. It is an amazing story. This brings us back to the very beginning when Imani first started and what difference God made in her life and what difference was made through your support to her. Her life is completely changed. It's a powerful story, and I can't wait for you to hear about it. Kevin is a young man that many of you supported and helped to raise funds last year for his kidney transplant. Well, you're going to hear from Kevin. He also has a powerful, powerful story, and you guys have made a huge impact. He is doing well since the transplant, and he is continuing his studies in university to become a nurse. I can't wait for him to share his story. You'll also hear from 3 of our other Imani children and 2 of our Imani staff that are on the ground over there. So I'm so excited. Let's get started, and I know you're just going to be impacted by all that you hear. Kenya, a beautiful country in East Africa, and I bought my first plane ticket there in 2010, and it's known for its beauty and amazing wildlife. But there's another side to this country and its beauty, a sadness that is filled with desperation, children that need parents and need to be cared for. Often these kids are found in bushes or even in a pit latrine toilet, or they've experienced, maybe they come into our care because they experience physical abuse or sexual abuse, even by their trusted family members. They've seen their parents die, often due to disease, but even through violent acts. We've seen this many times, and these are the children that you are helping when you support Imani Orphan Care. One thing I know is we're called to help the poor, and whether you've been a part of Imani Orphan Care for some time and you've seen the need, or maybe you're seeing this great need for the very first time watching this video today, you cannot deny that these kids need your help. Who we listen to in life will determine what we hear. Where we stand will determine what we see. And what we see will determine what we do. And what we do will determine who we are. So I ask you today, who are you? For just $40 a month, you can make a difference through our child sponsorship program at Imani Orphan Care. This provides food, shelter, clothing, education for the child that you sponsor. You can help break this cycle of poverty for a child in need and make a lasting difference in their life. Thank goodness for Imani Orphan Care and the life-changing difference this is making in children's lives. You have this great opportunity today to join this movement and be a part of changing the world one child at a time and making an impact in their lives forever. So in the beginning, we really had nothing, but we did have faith and we believed for whatever God asked us to do that He would provide for that need. And I was blessed in 2011 to meet this beautiful lady, mother of two, and she was also caring for her two orphaned nieces that had sadly lost their parents. And when I met her, it was just like God connected us. And I knew that we could not leave Emily in the place where she was. She was, like I said, a single mom. She had an income of about 400 shillings a day. That's about $4 a day. And she was hauling charcoal. So she could not possibly feed her family of four and provide shelter for them with that type of income. Thankfully, she had great grades and she was able to get into college to get her diploma in clinical medicine.
So my message to the donors again is just to thank you for the good work that you've done. I cannot just say that, I cannot just thank Kim because I know Kim couldn't have done it alone. But through you, today I'm able, like if I compare my life like 10 years ago and today, I can see even from whatever you're seeing now, there's a big impact in my life. There's a big change. There's a transformation actually that has taken place through my life. Today, maybe 10 years ago, I might have even contemplated of maybe committing suicide. But today, I'm one person who can impact other people's life. I can tell them my story, and from there they can even get something or get a way forward on way to carry out or to handle their issues.
You as a donor have participated in life-saving surgeries through Imani over the years, and this past year you helped raise $25,000 towards Kevin and his kidney transplant that he needed. He did need to put university on hold because of this medical condition, and I'm happy to say he is now fully recovered and back in university to become a nurse. So thank you for what you are doing, and Kevin wanted to share his story today, so I'm excited for you to hear from him.
I locked myself out, avoided people. I felt isolated, not because people didn't want to talk to me, but because I think I isolated myself. But I did my best. I pushed myself every day, woke up every morning, convinced myself life is going to be better, convinced myself everything is going to be all right. Imani Orphan Care came in, they did all they could. They would call, they would, specifically Kimberly did all she could. She would support me even if the little financially. She would support me emotionally, mentally. She tried to make sure I was in check all the time. And those weekly calls were really, really, really important in my life. Then they visited me in Eldoret while I was in dialysis. They committed themselves to funding my transplant. And I can never appreciate enough how much they did.
Imani Orphan Care now has 2 locations in Kenya. We currently work in the town of Narok, and that is where we have our children's home, Imani Home of Love. And we also have our location in Olengilo, which is farther in the bush near the Masai Mara Game Reserve. And that is where we have our Imani Chapel and Outreach Center. That program is our newest program, and it's helping widowed moms be able to take care of their children, which is truly remarkable. It's giving these moms resources and the ability to be able to provide for their families.
My name is Colvin Parkeswai. I'm 11 years old. I come at Imani Home 2018 when I am 6 years old. Imani donated me from paying me my school fees, giving me shelter and changed my life. When I grow up, I want to be a pilot. May God bless you for your support.
I would like you to meet Mary. Isn't she adorable? Love her so much. Sadly, Mary has lost her mom and dad, and she experienced such horrible trauma, so hard to imagine. And she didn't have food, didn't have clean water, didn't have parental love or an ability to get an education, which is what she needs to overcome her circumstances. And there has to be someone out there that is willing to be the hands and feet of Jesus and love a beautiful little girl like Mary. So you have the opportunity to do that today through Imani Orphan Care.
Wakati niliingia hapa, niliona mkono, nimeona familia yangu wamefaidika, na zaidi ya yote nashukuru Mungu. Na nashukuru hata wafanyikazi wetu, maana wametusaidia na wametushikilia. Na faida yenye nimepata, jamii yangu hakika ilikuwa chini, lakini sasa iko juu. Na ninashukuru sana.
My name is Rasalau. I'm in grade 6. When I came to Imani, I was 6 years old, but now I'm 12 years old. Imani has given education, good health to me. I want to thank Mom Kim and all the donors for helping me. When I grow up, I'd like to be a pilot. Thank you, and God bless you.
Through your love and support, we have been blessed to help over 200 children, and we've seen their lives transformed and changed. Where will we go next? It's amazing to think, like in 5 years, 10 years, what is going to be happening through Imani Orphan Care? Are we going to have 500 more children? Maybe over 5,000? We don't know where God is taking us. And we thank you for being a part of this movement and that is truly impacting lives. I love hearing the stories. I love seeing the little ones that were so small when I met them, and now they're grown and going off to college, university. It is amazing. So you are really making an impact through Imani Orphan Care.
My name is Michael from Imani Orphan Care Foundation. I am 20 years old and I thank God for the gift of life. Imani took me when I was at the age of 10 years at the village, and when I had no hopes, but Imani gave me hope. Imani has really helped me in my life. Right now, I've completed my secondary level and I'm looking forward to join a college and I specialize a good cause which will help me in my future. I would like to thank you for your support. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for giving me a bright future. And I believe that one day I'm going to be someone special in the community, and I'm also going to change other people's story. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And may the Lord bless you so much.
First of all, I came here 2014 January, and I've been working with the Imani Ministries for 8 years now. And for sure, I'm not ashamed to give a testimony how far God has brought us. How many kids have been impacted through Imani Ministries. How life have changed through Imani Orphan Care Foundation. For sure, I have no words to explain or to give thanks to Imani and the Imani donors and the sponsors for the great impact that we are creating in Kenya. When we came in, we started with that 4 kids. Today, Imani is supporting 181 kids, right from preschool to university. We have 2 girls doing master's degree as we are talking right now. And we have some who have finished their university. And we have secondary, trade school, primary, and preschool. So all these because of your support.
Thank you for changing my story.
In the beginning, I really didn't know how all this would play out and what would become of just being obedient to God and caring for His children. But through your love and support, I'm seeing such an impact being made in their lives, and we cannot thank you enough. If you are supporting Imani Orphan Care, we just say thank you. We appreciate you, and we want you to know that you really truly are making a difference and an impact that is just going to go from generation to generation. Maybe you're hearing about Imani Orphan Care for the very first time. We invite you to join this movement and help us kick extreme poverty off of the planet and live out the gospel of Jesus Christ in a powerful way. Wow, I told you you made an impact, and as you can see from watching the video, it is so true. It's actually absolutely remarkable. I feel so privileged to be a part of Imani, and you as well, I hope, feel that way after watching the difference that you have made. And yeah, it's like powerful stories, and I'm so glad, not just from the kids and the people that you've impacted, but also the staff. I'm so glad you got to hear from Derek. He's one of our main guys over in Kenya, and he is part of facilitating so much of this work. So I'm so glad that you got to hear from him as well tonight. And Mary, I mean, come on, she's like pretty cute, right? Well, Mary, she is needing sponsors. She has gone through so much trauma and she needs your support. So you can make a decision today to become a child sponsor through Imani Orphan Care. And if you want to sponsor Mary, or there's many other kids on our website, it's really simple. All you do is go to imaniorphancare.com and go to our child sponsorship page, and you can choose a child that you would like to sponsor tonight. And I know you won't regret it, because as you can see, you're making a big difference in these kids' lives, and I'm just so blessed to be able to watch them grow up from little ones like Mary and into adults, which is just awesome, and able to take care of themselves. So that is what we do at Imani Orphan Care. So tonight, obviously, we have a goal. This is a fundraiser. So tonight, we would like to raise $100,000, and that is needed for our operations. It helps us facilitate our work. All our kids do not have sponsors, so we do need to make up the shortfall every month in our budgets. And it also helps us wrap up projects and also plan for new projects. So we really, really need your help tonight. We would love your support, and we hope that we can give a good report after and tell you how much we've raised, and we hope to reach our $100,000 goal. So I just want to say thank you. I want to keep this short tonight because I know everyone's busy. We thank you for giving your time to us. And if you want to make a donation tonight, please do. All you have to do is go on, you're probably watching this on our website, just click on their general donation on our link, or you can, if you're watching this in a group setting, you can scan the QR code and give that way as well, or send an e-transfer to admin@imaniorphancare.com, and we will be blessed, and we will keep you updated as far as meeting our goal of 100,000 raised. And we are excited about this. We know that this can happen through your support. So thank you so much. And we asked the question, whose story will you change? Let's see what happens tonight, because I know you're going to change someone's story by your giving. So excited about that. Thank you for allowing us to continue this important work that it has to go on, guys. So please give today. Our kids in Kenya, they wanted to finish the night off by singing a quick song for you. So enjoy and be blessed. Thank you again. We just appreciate you all so much. Have a good night.